Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back with some more Pokemon Go Legendary Raid action. And we're now 1 week into the Raikou raids for the United States. And just yesterday I evolved a Rhydon, so I actually have a good lineup for electric raid bosses now. So I'm leading off with Golem, and he just has a fast ground move, so all I'm doing is the tap move for Golem. So previously against Zapdos, I basically had like two ground types, and then the rest were like grass tanks for resistance. But Golem is pretty powered up now. He's not maxed out yet, but he's much higher than he was for Zapdos. And then for the second spot, I have my new Rhydon. I collected enough Rhyhorn candies recently, and I had to wait till I got like a good IV one to evolve, which happened yesterday, hatched from an egg. So he has Earthquake, and the strategy with him is to tap into that Earthquake, because I don't have a fast move that's ground, but I did get a fast TM today, so hopefully I can convert. But those are definitely my two strongest counters for electric raid bosses. And third spot, this is a really good group, so I only got to the third Pokemon before we took him down. Like, this was really fast. 16 people in there. Nidoqueen is a ground type, so I'm using her for resistance, but she doesn't have any ground moves. So this is basically neutral damage. And I didn't go in order of damage, like just in case we need some, like a stronger DPS at the end of the lineup. But we obviously didn't need it with this group. And coming up, this is possibly like the best catch I've ever had on the Legendary. Up to this point, I only had one of two from last week. I didn't get anything in the middle of the week. But here it is. All I did was I put the superstitious Nanoberry, which has proven to not work. But we do it anyway, right? And here it is. I get it on like the first throw. Excellent. And it did register as a curveball. I don't think I'll have another throw like that for a long time. But got very lucky with this one. The IVs aren't great. This one comes in, I think this one was 75%. And then two egg hatches right away. Just a little bit icing, a little bit of icing there. And this was a new one for the Pokédex. Little bonus prize. Low IVs on that one. And then an Abra from a 2K. So second raid, I circled back to Bryant Park. The first one was in Times Square, and you see the lineup here. After Golem, Rhydon, and Nidoqueen, I had Marowak in there. Powered him up a little bit. He has one good IV. And he is low CP, but I do have ground attacks for both the fast and charge moves, so I'm taking advantage of stab for him. He's basically a glass cannon. But the resistance kind of keeps him in there, so I put him at the fourth spot. Snorlax I kind of use for filler when I don't have anything, because he does neutral damage. He has his charge attack builds up fast, and he can take a lot of hits. So he's in the fifth spot. And then to anchor it off, I put Sand Slash, which is actually, he's probably the third strongest ground type I have. And he only has a fast ground move, so I'll just be tapping with him at the end. This group it ended up being larger than the first one at 17. It looked like it was 12 when we entered, but the number's kind of buggy. Like first you get that number in the lobby when you get that battle button, then it goes down to 1 when you actually see the lobby. But if you scroll through it, you see everybody. And then people enter at different times due to just lag and connectivity issues. So you saw the number go up from like 12 to 17. But this was probably not as stacked as far as experience, or either that or people were having connectivity issues. But this one took a bit longer. It was still safe though because people were using the right Pokemon. And at this point in the battle, we're towards the end, and a lot of the players are still using like the correct Pokemon, like as far as type advantage. So they do have much better lineups than I do. It's possible that this one is going slow because sometimes if you get a group that over dodges too much, it just extends the fight. If you watch one of my previous videos, I compared like dodging versus not dodging, and at this point it just doesn't pay off to dodge. Like you're better off going ham, and then if all 6 get knocked out, you either just quickly go in with your second team or just heal up and go back in, and then just go and attack again. It's good to try to dodge like uh, the the boss's charge attack if you can, but definitely don't over dodge. And down he goes. But generally, if you do a pickup group in Manhattan on like a sunny day, it'll be a good group. Like of all the raids I did, I would say much more were good than bad. This whole time, I'd say I was only in 2 bad groups. One group was the Lugia one that just kept disconnecting. And then there was another Articuno one where everyone was over dodging because we had like a 15-man group in there and they couldn't finish him. Now this catch is more typical of what you would come across in the legendary. I didn't get this one, and I did miss a couple of times too. So he's pretty erratic. Like there is a noticeable difference when he's on a Nanaberry and when he's not. Because he just kind of jumps and pounces like crazy when you don't have a Nanaberry. And also, like you can notice that the effect only works for that round. Like once you hit and he escapes, the Nanaberry runs out, and you could pretty much tell by his behavior. But we still get that first one out there for a superstition. So I'm just doing Golden Raz. And I'm not really that good enough where I could control like an excellent throw every time. So I'm basically just trying to get the circle mid-size and then trying to hit the middle of it. And of course, you have to wait for the attack animation. So he'll often like jump a few times and then pounce. But he's much easier than the birds because he won't fly up, so his depth stays the same. That I like about this. Because some of the birds were hard. I had a hard time with Articuno because his depth changed. So with this one getting away, it puts me at 2 out of 4, which is 50%. That's actually not bad considering that I'm not hitting an excellent throw each time. So that means I'm rolling pretty well. I'm getting lucky with that. Um, but that's it for now. We're only 1 week in, so hopefully I can get more, and I hope you guys are having good luck catching yours. Thanks for watching.